Francisco, California, I spent my first couple of hours driving the brand new 2019 Mustang Bullitt, mostly hating it. Somehow, it seemed just as if Ford had worked in Celica behavior to your car's independent rear suspension. It sashayed over bumps and bots such as a drunken cowboy. The Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires were taxed to your limit even during moderately spirited driving, singing a pre-disaster squeal just 6/10 and allowing the ABS to intervene in surprisingly mild situations. The extra 20 horsepower generated from the Bullitt's slightly massaged 5.0-liter V8 felt basically imperceptible, and in-gear acceleration in anything past third was pokey at most out of below 4,500 revolutions per minute, despite its 420 lb-ft of torque rating. Update, now with video below. But that hit me. I was completely missing the actual. The Mustang Bullitt isn't intended to be a hardcore fancy car. It's not really a GT350 or GT350R, nor is it supposed to be. Instead, it's a somewhat hotter GT, thanks mainly to a Mustang Performance Pack 1 upgrade and this 20 horsepower bump, now 480 horsepower, going to its 7,000 revolutions per minute redline thanks to the intake manifold through the GT350, a bigger throttle body, plus an open-air box. The Bullitt also gets to be a 3.55-to-1 torsen type limited slip buttocks, normally only accessible with the 10-speed auto within the Mustang GT, and top speed expires 8 miles per hour in the standard GT to 163 miles per hour. The only caveat to the people power figures is because they were generated on 93-octane fuel. And what may fulfill the legend of Bullitt much better than a dark Highland green, it's available too in black. If being movie color authentic isn't that essential to you Mustang, using the right hood vents, the proper grille, and the best setup to cause you to briefly feel just as if you're opening the entranceway to SFPD Detective Frank Bullitt's famous '68 fastback. He had for getting groceries every so often, too, right? Even when you're not just a fan on the film, or at the least not enough of one to spend some $4,000 in addition to a similarly configured GT, this still might be the appropriate car in your case, if for hardly any other reason that it's the best-looking factory Mustang money can purchase. The Bullitt's clean, blank grille, American racing-style throwback wheels, cue ball shift knob, and green accent stitching inside are typical small but important touches that truly improve the Mustang GT's appearance and feel. Those in the know will nod and wave, people that have no clue will still turn their heads to observe you drive by. The best single aspect of the newest 2019 Mustang Bullitt, however, is most likely one from the things you'll remember most through the movie: its sound. Bullitt was an Oscar nominee for optimum sound, and for good reason. While the movie's chase scene itself is an excellent display of realistic driving, it absolutely was the roaring engines and squealing tires that landed the gut punch. Thanks to individuals' talkative Pilot Sport 4S tires as well as the standard for the Bullitt adjustable exhaust, now you can play your individual live version of this soundtrack each time you start it, which enable it to ratchet up by picking out the car's Sport Plus or track modes. Should you want to hush things down a bit, don't need to wake the child or that grouchy neighbor, the adjustable exhaust also allows you to select quiet mode. Though accomplishment silent, it's definitely quiet enough to sneak out from the neighborhood sometime before the sun happens without anyone the wiser. For those of you at risk of shenanigans within the street, it's also the lowest amount of likely to have you busted for roasting the tires down your chosen back road. Sound travels faster than smoke, of course. Given it's an all-watchy well-equipped exclusive edition model, there aren't a lot of options intended for the Bullitt, but one you'll wish to test drive for yourself, plus an extended test, when you can, would be the rear seat option. They look good and also have a much sportier vibe compared to standard seats. Even so, the recras are firmer plus much more aggressively bolstered compared to standard GT seats and may wear thin together with you as they wear in. Also, an original Bullitt didn't have recras, so there's that. The MagneRide suspension damping technique is another option, one you must most definitely pony up for. The difference is obvious and significant, together with the MagneRide system handling equally well and riding a lot more comfortably, especially in the sort of pavement you're prone to find in and around San Francisco. Not optional. It's 6-speed manual transmission. Can't row your personal? Then you don't are able to play Frank Bullitt. I'm perfectly fine here. Its slick cue ball shifter would look weird on the slushbox lever, anyway. The only beef to become had while using manual, other than some general clumsiness to its shifts, could be the inability to switch off the rev-matching downshift feature through an actual button. As Mustang chief engineer Carl Widman input it, when setting up a Bullitt, there are actually certain things it absolutely need to have. It has to have the best attitude possesses to be unique somehow from a Mustang GT. More than anything, it has to become badass. There's room to quibble with just how badass the modern Bullitt could be if it were seeking to chase down, say, a Camaro SS1 as opposed to a Charger. But there's undoubtedly that taken on its merits in addition to being a tribute to some film legend which a normal person are able to afford to park inside their driveway. The brand new Mustang Bullitt can be as badass because it gets. 2019 Ford Mustang Bullitt specifications. Fall 2018. Price: $47,495. Engine: 5.0 liters Dock 32 valve V8 480 HP at 7,000 revolutions per minute, 420 lb-ft at 4,600 revolutions per minute. Transmission: 6-speed manual. Layout: 2-door, 2+2 passenger, front engine, RWD fastback. EPA mileage: 1,524 miles per gallon city hui. LXWXH: 188.3 by 75.4 by 54.4 inches, wheelbase 107.1 in. Weight: 3,705 pounds. Base Mustang GT. 060 miles per hour, 4.0 seconds. Estate. Top speed: 163 miles per hour.